Japan is done watching. For 3 years, BYD, Xiaomi, and Geely humiliated the Japanese auto industry, undercutting prices nobody thought possible, and shipping technology Toyota once implied could not be built that cheap. And Japan, the country that invented the modern hybrid, appeared to just stand still. Until now. Toyota just pulled the curtain on 5 vehicles that are not cautious half-steps. They are a full counterattack aimed at every weapon BYD has pointed at Toyota's most important segments. Toyota didn't panic. Toyota planned. These are the 5 cars Japan built to end China's electric invasion, counting down from 5 to 1. Let's go. Number 5. The Toyota BZ. The Redemption. We start with the resurrection because the car that was Toyota's single biggest EV embarrassment just transformed almost overnight into a genuine competitor. Let's be honest about the old BZ4X. It cost around $43,000, offered mediocre range, charged at frustrating speeds, and felt like it was built by engineers who had never actually lived with an electric car. Toyota knew it, the world knew it, and BYD was laughing all the way to record sales, so Toyota did something rare for a company its size. It listened, and the 2026 BZ, with the clumsy 4X finally dropped from the name, is the result of that listening. The changes are not cosmetic. Toyota cut the starting price to under $35,000, added up to 62 miles of range, and completely overhauled the powertrain with new silicon carbide power electronics. The larger 74.7 kilowatt-hour battery now delivers up to 314 miles on the front-wheel drive version, a 25% jump over the old car's best figure. The all-wheel drive models leapt to 338 horsepower, up from a genuinely embarrassing 214, and now hit 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds. That is not a compliance car anymore. That is a legitimately quick electric SUV. But the real headline is the charging. Every 2026 BZ now comes standard with a native Tesla NACS port and a 150 kilowatt DC fast charge rate, which means instant access to the Tesla Supercharger network, the most reliable fast charging infrastructure in America. Independent real-world testing clocked 10 to 80% in just 26 minutes, actually faster than Toyota advertised. Add a standard 14-inch center screen, a standard heat pump on every trim, and a redesigned interior that finally feels modern, and Consumer Reports summed it up by saying the car went from also ran to genuinely promising almost overnight. It sits 5th on this list only because the 4 cars above it hit even harder. Number 4. The 2026 RAV4 PHEV. The Fortress. 4th place is the weapon that does not even need a charging cable to hurt BYD. The RAV4 is not one of the best-selling SUVs in America. It is the best-selling SUV in America, full stop. It is Toyota's Fortress, its crown jewel, and its single most important vehicle on American soil. And for 2026, Toyota did something that on paper makes no financial sense. It made the plug-in version more powerful, gave it more electric range, and then cut the price by over $3,000. Here are the verified numbers. The base SE plug-in now starts at $42,950, which is $3,315 cheaper than the 2025 model it replaces. The lineup expanded from 2 trims to 4. The SE, the rugged Woodland at $46,750, the sporty XSE at $48,650, and a brand new range-topping GR Sport at $49,950. And even that flagship undercuts last year's top trim. Every one of them combines a 2.5-liter engine with electric motors for a combined 324 horsepower, up from 302, with standard all-wheel drive, a roughly 5.4-second 0 to 60, and a 3,500-pound towing capacity. This is not a soft family crossover pretending to be capable. It is documentably capable. The electric-only range jumped from 42 miles to 52. Here is why that single number is a dagger aimed straight at BYD. The BYD Atto 3, one of BYD's most popular global SUVs, is a full electric vehicle that lives and dies by charging infrastructure. The RAV4 drives 52 miles on pure electricity, enough for most people's entire daily commute. And then when the battery runs down, you pull into literally any gas station on the planet. Fill up in 3 minutes and drive another 600 miles. No range anxiety, no charging network required, no waiting. For comparison, the Kia Sportage plug-in offers just 33 electric miles, and the Nissan Rogue plug-in only 38. At 52 miles plus DC fast charging now available on the Woodland and XSE, the RAV4 makes every rival in the class look underprepared. BYD sells you a promise. Toyota sells you a proven system with 25 years of hybrid engineering behind it, a dealer on every corner, and resale value that makes early Chinese EVs look like depreciating liabilities. Number 3. The first ever Hilux EV. The legend goes electric. Third place is genuinely historic because in over 50 years and more than 27 million trucks sold, this has never existed in this form until now. The Hilux is not just a pickup truck, it is a cultural institution. It has crossed deserts that swallowed Range Rovers whole. It has survived war zones that destroyed everything around it. It has been driven to the magnetic North Pole, trusted by farmers in the Australian outback, and relied on by militaries on 6 continents. Jeremy Clarkson famously spent an entire segment trying to destroy one and failed completely. The Hilux simply does not die. Now it goes electric, and Toyota made sure it does not lose a single millimeter of what made it a legend. The electric Hilux arrives with motors delivering true 4x4 electric torque, the kind off-road engineers dream about. Instant power from 0 revolutions per minute, and precise independent distribution to each wheel. The sort of traction control that makes crawling over boulders feel almost effortless. Toyota confirmed the electric Hilux keeps the full 4x4 capability and worksite readiness of the diesel version. The weighting depth, the ground clearance, the payload, all of it is maintained. It can still go anywhere the diesel goes. It just does it in near silence. The verified specs are honest rather than inflated, and that honesty is part of what makes it credible. It offers a WLTP range of around 160 miles, up to roughly 236 miles on the city cycle, with 125 kilowatt fast charging that takes it from 10 to 80% in about 30 minutes. It is not built to win a headline range war against a passenger EV. It is built to prove that the toughest, most trusted truck on Earth can be electrified without surrendering the reputation it spent 5 decades earning. If you are enjoying this breakdown, hit that subscribe button now, because the top 2 are where Toyota's plan genuinely detonates. Number 2. The BZ7, the shot across BYD's bow. Second place is the car that hit BYD exactly where it lives, in China, on price, on its own home turf. The BZ7 is Toyota's new flagship electric sedan, a full-size car aimed squarely at the Tesla Model 3 and BYD's own sedans, and when it launched, it pulled in over 3,100 orders in a single hour. The reason is the number on the window sticker. It starts at around $22,000. Sit with that figure for a second. A large, technology-loaded Toyota flagship EV for roughly the price of a well-equipped Corolla. That is not Toyota protecting its margins. That is Toyota going straight for BYD's throat in the one market where BYD felt safest. And here is the part that shows how serious and how humble Toyota was willing to be to win in China rather than keep fighting the last war. Toyota co-developed key features of the BZ7 with Chinese technology firms, reportedly including Momenta for the smart driving systems and Huawei for elements of the software experience, precisely because those are the features Chinese buyers now demand and expect. Toyota effectively swallowed its pride, partnered with pieces of the very ecosystem that had been beating it, and engineered a car specifically to compete on China's terms instead of insisting the world play by Japan's. That is not the move of a company in denial. That is a company that studied exactly why it was losing and built the answer. And 3,100 orders in 60 minutes says the answer landed. Number 1. The Hilux BEV Retail Launch. The proof it's real. And number 1 is not a concept, not a rendering, not a someday in 2030 promise. It is Toyota's first ever electric body-on-frame pickup going on sale right now. Order books open. Real deposits, real markets. It is available to order in the UK from around $56,500 and in Australia from around $51,500. And for a company that has been endlessly mocked as too slow, too cautious, and too traditional on EVs, actually taking orders on an electric version of the best-selling pickup across Asia, Oceania, and Africa is the single loudest statement on this entire list. Here is what the Toyota is too late crowd keeps missing. Toyota sells more vehicles than almost any company on Earth in more countries, backed by a dealer and service network that Chinese newcomers will spend a decade and untold billions trying to replicate. Reliability, resale value, and the simple confidence that there will be a Toyota dealer to fix your truck in 20 years are not things you can undercut with a low sticker price. When a company with that kind of global reach and reputation finally fully commits, opening real orders on real electric trucks while simultaneously selling out a flagship EV in an hour, it does not need to be first to market. It needs to be right. These 5 vehicles are Toyota proving it can play the exact game BYD started on price, on technology, and on its own legendary durability, and win at it. The invasion woke the sleeping giant. Now the giant is answering, and it is answering in 5 different segments at once. 5 vehicles. A reborn electric crossover that went from punchline to genuine contender. The best-selling SUV in America made cheaper and stronger in the same year. The first electric Hilux without losing an ounce of what made it unkillable. A $22,000 flagship sedan that sold out in an hour on BYD's home turf. And a real electric pickup taking orders today. For 3 years, the story was that Toyota was too slow, too traditional, too late to the electric revolution. These 5 cars are Toyota's answer to every single one of those doubts. So the question is yours now. Do you think Toyota can genuinely take the fight to BYD and win? Or did the Chinese makers already build too big a lead? Drop it in the comments and subscribe so you do not miss the next one.